Hey everyone, it's Clint Tucker, guitar trainer and coach. It is Fretwork Friday, volume 20. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be looking at another way to work on your independence with your fretting hand. And we're also going to work on a way to work with your right hand, with picking, and with finger picking. So let's go ahead and grab our guitars. We'll tune up, and we'll get started. I'm in tune here. This is 6E. Five A. 4D. 3G. 2B. Okay, knock that one out just a little bit. And 1E. Okay, the gear I'm using today is my Sur Classic Antique Daphne Blue. I love this guitar. And I'm running through my little Epiphone Valve Junior into a Fender 112. Very simple. But it's a very clean sound. In fact, you see there's just a volume on that amp. But it sounds great and it's very dynamic. So if I play really quiet piano, so it works out really well for when I want to practice working with my dynamics and making sure that I have a good clean tone. Nothing's being altered by any effects or anything like that. It's the truth. Alright, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be working on our left hand independence. And this actually seems easy, but it becomes very difficult as you start to play through. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be separating these fingers from one string to the other, and we're going to be working on two things. We're going to work on keeping one still while we move the others, and then also we're going to be working on our tone, keeping our tone balanced. Now you'll find that this is a little bit harder to do with any kind of overdrive or anything, so make sure that you keep everything clean when you're working on this. We're going to be in the 5th position on the 2nd string and the 1st string. Now what we got going on is we're going to put our pinky on the 1st string 8th fret. So finger number 4 is going to be on that C note. And finger number 1 is going to be on the E note on the 2nd string. And what we're going to do is we're going to play 16th note groupings, and the first 16th note will be on the 2nd string, and the next 3 will be on this 1st string. So it'll go like this: 1 E and then the next finger, 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and So I'm using 1, then 2, then 3, then 2 again. All the while using this for the E and triplet. So picking wise, that's going to be down, up, down, up. So down, up, down, up. Down, up, down, up. Down, up, down, up. Down, up, down, up. And then we'll just finish back over here. After we do that one, we're going to replace the pinky, finger number 4, with finger number 3 on the 7th fret. We're going to do the exact same thing. Down, up, down, up. Now middle finger, down, up, pinky. Finger number 4, down, up, Then middle finger again, down, up, down, up. So that sounds like. Then we're going to move it to the finger number 2. So it'd be 1, 3, and 4 on the second string. And finally, we're going to put our first finger, finger number 1. So we're not going to start with 1, we're going to start with the middle finger. So it'd go 2, 3, 4, 3, 2. Your goal is to make sure that your tone stays really nice and even while you're actually keeping these really, really close to the fingerboard. So that's the goal, is to keep these fingers from flying up all the way here. All right, so we'll give this a shot. Here we go. Okay, so there's the first layer of this practice. The second layer is to put the pick down and do it with our Pima setup. So our P will be our thumb, and our I and M will be these. We're going to do the exact same thing, but what would be on the first, what's on the second string would be the P, and then we're going to do I, M, I. So let's do that, starting with pinky. Here we go. Okay, so you feel like that becomes easier and you're able to do it very fluid without any issues and any tension. You're going to take it up one step in difficulty and skip your string. So now this will be on the third string while this stays on the first string. Let's hear what that sounds like. Interesting. You'll notice that when you do your string skipping, your fingers are going to want to come off the fingerboard a little bit more. So be aware of that. Go slow and really pay attention to how far these fingers come off your fingerboard. Because what we want to do is we want to create an economy of motion. We don't want to actually do anything that causes us to have an error getting back to the fingerboard. We want to stay really close. Remember, you need your fingers to look like that. That way when you take them off, they barely come off. It almost looks like you're not even moving. That is the goal. All right, so do your first layer with the pick. Do your second layer with your Pima, right hand. do the next layer with a string skipping with pick, and then do that layer with Pima. You'll notice when you're string skipping, the Pima will be easier than the pick. So in a way, you kind of are traveling into two different directions with difficulty, but your biggest concern is to make sure that one doesn't go louder than the other. You don't want this. Where that really pops out. You want those to be very even. Same thing with your pick. With the string skip. And maybe you start to get some ideas for voice manipulation. And that's where you can kind of like play around with some different ideas, just because this is actually an isolation exercise to integrate string skipping and movement along one string while the other one stays pretty solid and doesn't move much. That's a really, really good way to practice this and work on it. Set your timers for 15 minutes. Turn your do not disturb on your phone and get to work. Everyone, if you do this, I promise you'll start to see results, and this will become easier and easier, and your playing will get so much more fluid, economical, and you can play longer periods of time without getting tensed and fatigued. Thank you everyone for taking the time. Please like and subscribe and share this with anybody that needs to help get their left hand or their fretting hand interdependence a little bit better. I hope y'all have a blessed weekend and be safe. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.